Welcome, welcome, welcome. You are here with your host, that is me, I'm Mr. BudgetPedalChap. And you are also here with your other host, that is Lee, possibly. No, the wrong way, that way, Lee's that way.
And your arm's missing now.
That's it, yeah. I can't work this camera thing. So this is Fret Talk podcast number 165 and live number something. I've completely lost track of how many we've done of these now.
How are you doing, man? How are you?
Yeah, not too bad. Busy. How about yourself?
Yeah, I've been ups and downs this week. I've not been very well, but there's been shit tons going on. So, yeah, we're going to get into that in a minute. But, yeah, I've been a bit down in the dumps. But then again, so are a lot of people, so I shouldn't complain. What have you been up to?
I've done a fair bit. So, I mean, if we work our way kind of backwards from now, on Friday I released another episode in the No Talk All Tone series, which is ongoing and lovely. But this week was brought to you by my mum's loft, because in storage I had just some old pedals, and I unearthed some Behringers. So we got to try it's the Behringer Vintage Overdrive, which is, I am told, TS9 inspired.
Well, yeah, it would be. Yeah, makes sense, doesn't it?
Well, there's another one as well. So this one's in a weird kind of lilac case, whereas the other one, the TO 300, is like the vintage tube overdrive.
That's an 808.
Which is the 808, yeah. But that's in a green container enclosure. You know what? I'm going to call the Behringer ones containers because they're not enclosures.
No. Did I mention last time that I picked up a Behringer pedal recently? I've got the
SF, didn't you?
The SF 300.
Yeah. You. I think you mentioned that. Have you actually plugged it in yet?
Yeah. It's an interesting one. In that it's so crap that it's got extra features in it that are good. So the switching on it is so terrible that you can put two of the fuzz circuits on at the same time. But when you do, it's really, really good.
I feel you've mentioned this on a cast before. I think we might be Groundhog Day-ing.
Cool. There's tons to talk about, so never mind my Behringers. How are your Behringers? You've got to tell everyone your story about your Metal Zone Behringer copy, because it's one of the funniest things I've ever heard. Yeah,
so I mean, with both of these pedals, actually, what I've done with them, I've taken them apart. So the vintage overdrive one, the tube overdrive one, I took apart before I did the No Talk All Tone, and it worked perfectly fine. The ultra metal, I didn't do that. When I plugged it in, it sounded like the circuit was engaged even when the pedal was switched off. So you had basically like Metal Zone and then more Metal Zone, because when you engage it, it completely kills the clean signal. But yeah, it was a Metal Zone that you couldn't turn off.
It's so metal. It's brilliant.
Yeah. So I mean, literally this morning, I thought, you know what, I'm gonna take this one apart and kind of clear off the dust and see if there's anything in it which kind of strikes me as being faulty. And there wasn't anything. And my son actually helped me out taking it apart as well, so that was really cool.
Did he really?
He did, yeah. We was like, because it's like unscrewing bolts essentially. So he helped me take that apart today, and then we troubleshot.
Troubleshots?
Yeah.
Shoot that trouble.
Yeah, so I plugged it in with the circuit completely out of the enclosure, and it was working. So basically, all it needed was just a little kind of internal dusting, But yeah, I got it working, and actually, for the amount of shit that the Metal Zone gets, it's a pretty decent drive.
I mean, I've been saying this for ages and ages and ages, and you know, how can something that's so versatile be rubbish? It can't. There's got to be some good tones in there, and there are. There is some really good stuff.
I think the reason for it is because if you do max out the gain, as well, it's very hard to control.
Are you still there, or have I lost you?
Like, even with the powerful EQ.
Oh, you're back. You're back. There you are. You froze, man.
Did I?
Yeah.
Not for the podcast listeners, I didn't. So yeah, like even with the the powerful EQ, if you crank the gain full, you're gonna have a bad time. You need to be a bit more subtle with it, and I know it's really strange saying, "Oh, it's the Metal Zone. Why can't you just crank everything?"
But you wouldn't do that on a tube screen, would you? If you turned everything up to like 5 o'clock, it's going to sound shit.
Yeah,
but they do it on a pedal with like a massive EQ, and they expect it to sound good.
Yeah, so I mean, what I found is kind of gain halfway or below is kind of the sweet spot for the gain, because you're getting more than enough gain on tap there anyway. It's quite a compressed metal tone, which is not everyone's cup of tea. I mean, it's not my personal bag, but it kind of harks back to when I was a younger player and played higher gain. And if you really dial that gain back, you can get a passable, like, bluesy crunch tone, which was something I weren't expecting, because people just say that there's so much gain on tap with the Metal Zone that you can't really get anything but metal out of it.
One of the nice things I found about the new one, the Weathercraft one, is it cleans up really nice.
Yeah,
the custom mode, which is was a bit of a surprise. So if you're using it at lower gains, not low gain, but lower gain for the Metal Zone, you've just got an unbelievably good pedal. It really is. I need to put that back on the board. It is really good.
Wasn't the custom mode on the Waza like meant for people who use it as a preamp?
No.
Was it not?
It sounds more like it does when it's used as a preamp. But not. It's still got the gain in it. I want to give a shout out to Roll, who said, "Hey Lee, have a good one, man." Well, I will, sir. With you here, we all will. And we want to give a shout out to everyone else watching. Mark's Sviz. I can never say your name, Mark. Mark of Svi Sounds, who made my little phaser. Do you remember my little tiny optical phaser? It's on my board, so I can't show you it now. But Svi Sounds made that. It's awesome little pedal.
Lovely.
So yeah, give us a shout out if you're watching, and say hi and ask any questions, because we've got some cool stuff on the news coming up. Right, okay. My thing from Bright Onion Pedals arrived. My loop extender.
Okay, yeah.
And I a bit like yourself, I had my daughter with me because I was going to do it with her and rebuild the board with her and just like get her excited with playing. And I looked at my board and thought, where am I going to put this? So I've had all I ended up doing was just taking pictures of my board and taking them indoors to kind of like plan how I'm going to do it, because it's a bit mental. It's not like it's just adding 4 normal extra loops to your ES8, because you can't switch the order of them.
Yeah. So you have to make sure that it's in the intended kind of chain.
Yeah, you've got 3 options. You can have it pre the switcher.
Yeah.
You can have it in one of the loops of the switcher, and then you have got more control of it because you can move the 4 loops.
Yeah, the block.
Exactly. Or you can have it post. And that's what I've got to make my mind up of.
Yeah, I was listening back to the podcast we did when we were talking about this, actually. And I was thinking, like, about that dilemma. I was thinking, if I were to use that, I'd probably use it for just the gain section. and having it like right at the start.
It's something I've thought of as well, because I've got my fuzzes and my overdrives in 2 different loops, and I've reduced the number of overdrives and fuzzes down that I'm using quite considerably because I found ones that I'm really liking at the moment, where I have got another overdrive on the way. So I'm thinking I might do that. That is one thing I'm considering. So it might free up a loop by doing it that way as well. So yeah, it's an idea. But then you start thinking, but I've got to then reorder the whole board, and it just
And
there are which one's got one on top?
Certain drives that sound better after like certain modulations, and okay.
Yeah. So yeah, there's a lot to think of, and also because it's not stereo, putting it after the board is complicated because the last 2 loops on the ES8 are stereo, so that's where my stereo signal starts.
Yeah. So that's almost kind of excluding it from that place, isn't it? Because
unless
you'd have to bounce down to mono, or if you have it right at the end, maybe splitting it into like 2 stereo paths rather than 4 individual paths.
However, most of the pedals after the end of the ESA are MIDI pedals, and I've done it that way because I can just switch them off with MIDI as well.
Okay.
And most of them have true bypass on them as well, so they have like an analog through. So that means when I switch them off, it's just like it's going through a bit of cable because it's got the analog drive through, like on the DD500 and these sort of things, so you don't even hear the effect of it. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. It's either going to be at the beginning, so it's controlling my maybe I can control my drives and that sort of thing because they're going at the beginning anyway, and have it going in. I do want to be able to put my drives after some things.
Okay.
To get some cool effects going on. So I've got the Terraform, which will do most things, and then I can chuck that beforehand. And I may be getting one of the pedals we're going to be talking about today, and I might chuck that into one of the loops as well.
Ooh, you saucy little devil, giving us a little tease.
Yeah. Have you done anything else?
I have. Let me look. Right, so yeah, I mean, I've done that. That's not even close to that. I didn't check what page I was at, and it said Birmingham Guitar Show. Definitely haven't done that this week.
That's a year ago.
Yeah, pretty much. So yeah, I talked about the beverages stuff. I've kind of teased on my Instagram that there'll be a new video series coming out soon, and I want to give that a shout. Which is it's coming tomorrow. I think it's 8:00. It premieres. And it's actually a premiere, so I'll be online taking questions and answering responses for that one there. And it is a series called The Pickpocket.
Okay, what I want is give them a brief description of what it is. Go on.
It's about like A-being plectrums from more boutique kind of companies, and I'm using the Jazz 3 as almost my clean tone, because everyone knows what a Jazz 3 sounds like. Everyone can wrap their head around what they'd expect from that exact one. So I'm using that almost like the clean tone, and then A-being it against one pick. So a bit like no talk all time, but for picks.
Yeah, and it's really interesting because it makes a little tiny bit of plastic makes a huge difference.
Oh yeah. Like anything that's in the signal path makes a difference. Be like down to cabling, down to power, all of this stuff. But like the initial vibrational energy that comes through the string is. Like the conduit for it is the plectrum.
And it's not even like it's a subtle thing. It's not. It's not like it's just a little bit hard to hear, and you're thinking, "Oh, does it really?" It makes a huge difference.
Yeah, and down to feeling as well. The one that I'm doing this week is an absolute chonker of a pick. It's like 8 mm thick, and you'd think like the drawbacks of that would be that it's really difficult to use, but it actually, because it's like it tapers down to a point, you don't necessarily feel the thickness, but it's the vibrational energy, like the additional mass that's behind your pick. You don't have to pick as hard to get the dynamic range, which is absolutely sound for me because I'm a pretty light picker as is.
So I've been trying to get our friend BudgetPedalChap to not call it pickpocket. I've been trying to get him to call it pick, as in dick pick. But he's utterly refusing, aren't you?
Yes, definitely. Like, to be fair, the idea behind this video series came from the fact that I came up with a name. So,
what better reason? Oh man,
that's it.
Love it. So we had the Terraform video go live this week, didn't we?
Yes. Oh yeah, Mikey's one. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know he's selling that now?
Is he?
Yeah. He put it up for sale today. Must be to fund the Night Sky, which we'll be coming to in a minute.
Yeah.
Because he was like, as soon as we started getting glimpses of that, we started seeing some. It leaked a little bit because it was dirty. It leaked a little bit, so we've been talking about it, and his first reaction was, what am I going to sell? It looks like the Wampler was the first thing on the chopping board.
Yeah, and he's been getting some really cool tones out of that as well. So I mean, the Strymon must really be doing something for him,
mate. That pedal is. It's going to create new sounds. It's not a case of, oh look, here we go. We're going to try and give you all your classic sounds in one pocket, one pedal. What they've done is they've kind of like said, like, here's a load of control over reverbs that you wouldn't normally have. Go and make some more sounds, and it's going to. I know it gets associated with all the church bullshit and all that, but it does. It's like Strymon can't do anything without people going, "Oh, church people," and all this sort of stuff.
The old P-dubs.
Yeah, look, they make good stuff. They really do.
I mean, the reason they do get lumped in with the praise and worship scene is because they're
shimmer.
The pedals that they've done have got that specific sound for like high fidelity praise and worship tones. So if it does it, it does it.
Yeah, I know people who don't go near that who get a load of love out of them. So it's it works for everyone, and I think some churches fund certain stuff as well, and they're like, look, if you're going to get it, you're going to get the best. So look, here, have this. Not to say that Strymon is the best, but it's good.
It's definitely high fidelity and like studio quality sounds. So
I rate the DD500 over the Timeline all day long. It's so much more customizable. You can make your own delays on there, and in a way that the Timeline can't even come close to.
Yeah, but I mean, if you had a package that does 10 things and you only need 2 things to happen, and the Timeline does those 2 things and does those 2 things exceptionally well,
exactly,
it makes no sense to be going elsewhere. I mean, for someone who's not only looking to do that one thing, then yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, totally. And the Timeline sounds amazing. Really does. Sounds really, really good. But anything the Timeline does, the DD500 can do just as well.
And I mean, you still see like second-hand Strymon stuff from ages gone.
10 years now, I think.
Yeah, and all of that still keeps its value. which is a testament to the quality of the sounds in the pedal and the quality of the pedal itself, that they're lasting that long.
There's real desirability about their gear. There really is. There's a bit of I suppose it could be a little bit of cork sniffing, but I don't think it's so much that when you consider how good they sound.
Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't have gained so much popularity if it was just cork sniffing.
Yeah, I don't know, actually. Think about the Klon. There's a million pedals that do what the Klon does, but people still want the Klon. I still want a Klon. But it is... I don't know. It's the world we live in, isn't it? That in our little collective and our community. It's a bit crazy. Bit crazy. So, should we talk about it? Because we've mentioned it.
Do you want to subtly segue onto some news?
Yeah. News.
That was very alliterative of me.
Subtly segue into some
sexy
sunderwear.
Okay, right. So let's talk about the Night Sky then. What is it about? I mean, me and Matt tomorrow had Indeed, Matt, the Matt and I that you'll go to see tomorrow involves both me and Matt talking about the what we think the Night Sky will be. Okay. But since then, I've done absolutely no research about it. So.
Go on then. Tell me, summarise what you think it's going to be, and I'll tick the boxes.
Well, what I thought it would be like a reverb with kind of sequencer elements, so kind of EDM style sounds coming from it.
Yeah. I suppose you could use it in the EDM sort of thing. There's more to it than that, though. It's definitely got the sequencer side of things built into it, and it's got the reverb. But what they've done is they've allowed you to modulate the front and the end of the reverb, and you've got 3 different types of reverb. And when I say 3 different types of reverb, what's really interesting about that is it's not like you've got spring, hall, and plate or anything along those lines. Although one of them does sound a bit like a plate. Yeah. They're different sort of ambient sounds. So you've got one that's a little bit lower fi, if you like, and it kind of a bit broken up. Then you've got one that's more like a dense. If you heard it, it sounds more like a thud, if you like.
Like a sub kind of reverb.
If you like, yeah. It just sounds more... It's almost like a fog that's thicker. It's really... That's kind of how I see it.
Audio fog.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what we should rename the podcast. And then we've got like a very open one. What's it called? The third one is called diffuse. Do you see what I mean? When it's called diffuse, it kind of sounds a bit more obvious in the 3 different types of reverb. Okay. Sorry, man.
Okay.
But what's really cool about those is you can quantize. This is really cool. You can quantize how it decays.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So it can just be smooth. It can be stepped. So it can go like ch 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 ch, almost like a delay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or it can do that to a scale. So it can go. I know, it's mad. So it can do it to a scale as well. And I on one of their videos, I watched about 10 different videos on this just to try and understand it. And I'm still only scratching the surface. And I think people will be for years with this. I don't think people ever get to the full amount of capability this thing has. So you can that was a weird noise coming from my belly. You can change how it decays in terms of how you've got those bits I'm talking about, the quantization, but then you can add modulation to the front or the back of it.
Okay.
The modulation, let me just look. You got reverb modulation, you've got pitch modulation, then you've got filter modulation.
Yeah.
You've also got a different tone, which is a filter as well, and an overall tone, which is a high cut and a low cut. and that's done on a filter.
Yeah.
As opposed to just like a treble and a bass. It's done on like a full filter. Then you've got the voicing on it. So the voicing on it is the shimmer.
Okay, yeah.
And you've also got the glimmer, which is just overtones.
Shimmer and glimmer.
I know. It reminds me of She-Ra that I watch with my daughter. It's really... I just saw your comment. Anyone else confused about the night sky? It is very confusing. It does all these things, but each one of the sequencer steps you set up using all of this control.
Okay.
So you set all that up. You set that to sequencer step 1. Then you set sequencer step 2, and so on and so forth. And you can control it, and then you can press play, and it will play through it.
Like I'm completely lost. I know from how you've described like the parts of it. It's not something for me. This.
Yeah.
But it did.
I know what you mean.
It did get me thinking, like when the Edge found like multi head delay and the kind of ping ponging thing, it sparked almost like a whole new genre of guitar almost.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if this gets picked up by the next Edge, the new Edge, the Edge Pro. It's an Ibanez. It's an Ibanez tremolo system. That is the Edge Pro. So if it gets picked up by the next that next excited young guitarist who wants to make crazy sounds, wants to really push the boundaries of what guitar can do, then it could be like a really pivotal piece of equipment.
Yeah, I think it's going to be. I whether it's going to be picked up by like the next Slash or whatever, I don't know. But I know that there's going to be some amazing music made on this. Whether we get to hear that or not, I suppose Spotify will control that for us, won't it? But,
well, I mean, you're saying that Mikey's got his eye on one.
Oh God, that boy.
I mean, he's managed to get some absolutely crazy stuff out of the equipment he's got at the moment. So, I'm looking forward. Well, yeah, and I'm saying this piece of equipment is completely not for me, but it's definitely for him. Like he's the kind of guy who will take that sound and really get excited about like the possibilities of it. And
if I was on a recording bin and I was just it was just a case of like, okay, I've got a month or 2 months that I'm just going to be making music, definitely get a hold of one, definitely, because there would be 4 songs come out of it, really good songs probably. It's absolutely amazing. I'm of the same frame of mind of you. I won't be getting one because it's way beyond what I need, and what we'll talk about in a minute is what I need. But when I hear what they've done with it, just in the few videos of the month they might have had it, I'm like, I do want to do that. I just know if I had it, I wouldn't.
Yeah, it requires time and dedication, doesn't it, to really learn what it can do.
Yeah, absolutely.
and I ain't that guy, I can tell you that.
Mr. Budget Pedal Chap.
Hello, that's me.
Can we give our Patreons a shout out?
We can do. It's a bit of a strange place to do it, but I know that you've worked hard on this scrolling title, so why not? Go on.
Should I put the background music on as well?
It's not going to come through on the podcast, so do what you please. But so all those people in the comments, give Lee a round of applause at the moment because it took him quite a while to make this.
Yeah, about like 3 minutes. There we go. The names are scrolling. Quick.
There we go. So we've got Adam Yeomans, we've got Andrew Bimson, we've got Doug Christ, We've got Joe Richardson. We've got Huge Erection. Yeah, maybe we do. We got Ben Fletcher and we got Brian Gower. That was really easy. I didn't even need to look at my book. So I like that. We'll keep
Background music off.
There you go. Those are our Patreon backers, and those are the people who are keeping these two lights turned on. At the moment.
Do you know what I didn't do? I didn't bring that up when we were talking about it. That would have made my life easier.
It would have, yeah. I mean, and it's gone past the point now, Lee. So it's, you know.
For the listener, that is the image of the night sky. So
it is.
Okay, right. So the next one. This is a black hole. In that it is actually called the black hole.
The Eventide black hole. Right, this is something that I've not heard anything about. I've not heard anything. Oh, Eventide, I know that they do the H9. Couldn't tell you what the H9 does.
Okay, so let's cover that first then. So this is the H9.
Here's one I made earlier.
So we've got an image up of the H9 listener, and the H9 is a multi-effects. Okay, it's pretty simple. It is a small, very square pedal, and it's got 2 buttons on it, and then you've got a central controller which is rotary, and you can push that in as well. Then you've got just a few switches across the top. Basically, you control this with your phone, or you program it with algorithms. If you get the basic version, which is the core version, it has a few algorithms on it, and then you have to go to Eventide and buy a bunch, and you buy the ones you want. So if you want, like you said earlier, if you want specific, only a few specific algorithms, that's what you do. You go and buy the core version. The core version is £356, and then you buy...
and that's your entry
extras.
price, fuck me.
Yeah. But...
what happened to guitar?
Here's the thing, right? Eventide were making rack-mounted gear for pro audio for a long time. They are one of the top companies. I think they're based over in like Silicon Valley. You know, they're that type of company.
Okay, they're like Guitar Google.
Yeah. It looks like a bloody Apple product, doesn't it?
It's got that like kind of clean aesthetic, hasn't it?
Yeah, and it is good. I know a lot of people who have these. People have multiples of these. One of the downsides of the H9 is you can only have one algorithm running at the same time. So this can do almost anything.
But it can only do it once. Like, you can only have one thing.
Yeah, at a time.
Okay. That's why people buy multiples of them, isn't it?
Yep, absolutely. Okay. So it's not unusual to see 2 H9s next to each other.
All right, Tom Jones. Hey. Right, so so the black hole is...
Can I just say, you're my putty cat.
Whoa,
Tiger. Okay.
I mean, saying that, weirdly, I've been putting Delilah on my on YouTube every so often in the past couple of weeks. Not a clue why. I've just had it in my head.
It just reminded me of my friend's band. We lost him a few years ago. It's a real shame because he was the best guitarist I've ever met. He absolutely fantastic. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be playing guitar now. But his band used to play Delilah, and it was like a rock version, and it was just like, it felt like it should be on a stage show. It was just absolutely amazing.
It's quite a theatric song. It's legitimately good music, but I don't know how much street cred I can get for, say, like admitting live on the internet that I've been actively listening to Tom Jones. He's an absolute vocal powerhouse, though. He's got such a voice, so strong.
Patrick Flores, who is someone who works over at Eventide, said nope, they are located in NJ. Where's NJ? What state is that? Forgive my ignorance, Patrick.
Is it a state? NJ?
Yeah.
New Jersey.
New Jersey. Ah, that's not a state then, is it?
It might be New Jersey. It's not Najada or anyone I can think of that begins with an N.
Okay,
or like
sure
North Carolina, and you've got North Dakota as well, haven't you? And it's neither of those.
North Dakota.
Yeah, Jakarta's in. It's like Thailand or something.
Patrick said you got it right. New Jersey.
Well, hey, I know geography.
Dakota is a good song. That is an awesome song.
Oh dear. No, I'm not a fan of the stereophonics.
You're not?
No.
Okay. Patrick, if I get anything wrong on this, do correct me, man. Do jump in. Let us know.
Please do.
So this is what we were talking about, the H9, and that has lots of algorithms in it. One of the most popular algorithms on there was the black hole, which has not just been on the H9. It's been on lots of their rack-mounted stuff from way back when. It's been on pretty much, from what I gather, all of their big releases of multi-effects and reverbs and these sort of things have had the black hole algorithm. And what they've done is people want it, so they've said, okay, look, let's stick it into a pedal on its own and see what happens. And that's what they've done. So that's where this bad boy comes into it.
Okay. And so the black hole is reverb?
It is, but it's not like, it's very much like the Strymon. It's not like a spring reverb or anything like that. It's an ambient sounding reverb. And that suits me to a T, because that's why I'm really, really want to get one of these, because I've got spring reverb, I've got it on my amps. What I want is something that sounds ethereal, if you like. Ethereal, sorry. No, it is ethereal. I said it right the first time. Something that just sounds like you're in space, and, if you're calling a pedal the black hole, you're pretty much going to be bang on, aren't they?
You'd think so, yeah. I mean, I do apologise for my ignorance of Eventide, because, sure.
No, it's almost good that you did ask, because then I can fill in the blanks sort of thing, can't I? Because there's going to be other people who are wondering as well.
What a faux pas, though. Chap from Eventide's in the chat. Never heard of them.
Mate, you are known as the budget pedal chap. If there's something that Eventide aren't, it's budget pedals.
Yeah, no, true. Thanks for saved my bacon.
So look, the max version of the H9, so that's the fully loaded H9, comes in at £624.
Yeah, that's definitely not budget pedal friendly. Yeah. Okay.
No, this is £279.
Okay. So this makes sense.
Yeah.
So if we're talking what we got in the market, which is kind of similar.
So you've got the Big Sky, but I would say more along the lines of Blue Sky. The Blue Sky is around the same sort of size as this. Very different sounding, though. Very, very different sounding.
Okay, what's out there that gets this kind of ethereal, spacey sci-fi verb?
If you want, the Night Sky we spoke about earlier, which is €429. Dollars. So it's quite a lot more expensive than this, but it does have the sequencer and that sort of thing. That's going to be in the same sort of ballpark. Then you're going to be looking at things such as the Strymon Big Sky and the RV500 from Boss. And then, of course, you've got Strymon's own multi-effects. So they're called like the Time Factor and I forget what their reverb's called. Do fill me in, Patrick, if you feel so like you want to. So that's the thing, though. Eventide came out with these multi-effects, single effect type pedals like the DD500 and that before anyone else. They were the first ones to do it. As far as I'm aware, anyway.
What does a DD500 set you back these days?
For a reverb, you want the RV500.
Sorry, yeah.
And the RV500, I'll Google that now, is around £300.
Okay, so, I mean, we're still talking quite comparable, aren't we?
Yeah, absolutely. The RV500 will do more.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
You could probably get these tones from an RV500 because it is very customizable, but you need to know what you're doing.
Yeah.
This gives you the benefit.
Yeah, it's pre-packaged and it's set to that specific tone for you. So if you know you like this, you know this is what you're after. Like you said, it's the kind of reverb that you want to be working with because you've got spring reverbs in your amps, or you've got like a decent digital room reverb that's built in. Whereas you're not going to get a built-in space verb.
So Patrick said their big box reverb is called Space. Of course it is. So it's just the space reverb. But here's a really funny thing. I was watching Pete Thorne's video on this, right? And he uses the algorithm that you see here, that is the black hole algorithm on H9. And he said when he's working for people and he's helping them write songs and these sort of things, sometimes he just hits the black hole algorithm on. They're like, oh, "You're a genius, yes, okay." And he said it's a money maker. You just turn it on, and bang, you make money.
There you go. I'll have to try that.
Yeah,
there's one thing that I'm doing.
Something in the skills that Pete Thorne has, though, isn't there?
Yeah, if Pete Thorne turns it on, it's money. If I turn it on,
it's monkey.
Yeah, definitely ain't money. But no,
you're the monkey.
I'll have to no the fuck off. Every time. Yeah, I'll have to check it out because, like I say, I've been really busy this week, like doing kind of behind the scenes stuff. I mean, I've been doing a little something for Pedalboards of Doom, which if the planets align, we might even get it out by this Wednesday.
I'm really looking forward to this, man. I should be on it, but I'm not because I'm ridiculously busy.
It's all right, man. I nailed it. It's all good.
You got it, man. You got it sorted. Right. Okay. So, give you a few little bits on this. You've got a freeze mode, freeze function, which you've also got a similar sort of thing on the Night Sky as well. I should have mentioned that. So you've got this freeze function, and that will hold it, and it will act like a pad. And that's really, really nice for getting those sort of tones. You've got 5 presets off the bat. And if you use it through MIDI, I believe you've got 128. I'm not sure how you connect the MIDI because there's not a standard MIDI in. I'm assuming you do that through one of the stereo jacks or something along those lines. It's not been completely clear. I've not been able to find that information, but to be fair, I've only looked at videos, so I haven't read anything on it.
Readings for nerds.
Anyway. You what, sorry?
It says readings for nerds.
Yes. You've got secondary functions to all the controls. You've got 6 controls on there, very much like the Ferris pedals and so on and so forth.
So that's the kind of the grey underneath. Like that's what that's for.
That's it.
Lovely. See, I'm getting the hang of this.
Yeah, I tell you what. Every time I listen to it, and I said this on our news video as well. Every time every video I watched on this, I was just like, Jesus, that's good.
Yeah, blown away by it.
Yeah, really, really, really nice sounding. So yeah,
I'm gonna have to check it out. I've always been
of the mind that you want lots of different reverb types, but then I was like, hang on, no, this is all you need. MIDI via TRS into what though? Is that into the stereo jacks, or is there a separate jack for MIDI? Anyway, yeah. So that's on there. I think what Eventide have done here is they've listened to the audience and they've gone in and done what people have been asking.
If you listen to the audience, you'll hear "Play Freebird." But yeah, no, you are correct. It seems like they've identified that there is a little gap in the market for this specific sound. Yeah, go for it. Pete Thorne says it's the money maker. I'm inclined to believe him.
Yeah, I am very tempted by one of these one day. I think I might get one.
That's the H9.
Yeah, sorry, listener. Yeah. Okay, so
what else have we got? We've got a pretty another big thing, haven't we?
Yeah, we have
The white Antares.
Sorry, Patrick just said it's via the expression jack. Okay, so that's cool. So you do TRS via the expression jack, and that gives you your MIDI.
Whoop whoop.
That's cool. Okay, so yes, the next big thing we have is the Tate effects. No, this is pretty cool.
It is 100 units sold from a boutique UK manufacturer. That is pretty awesome.
Yeah,
it's the first one to the first one of his lineups to crest that number. So that's a massive well done to Stuart. And the white Antares looks fantastic.
Yeah, and I was unsure how many he made on the news, and the answer was
one. Mm-hmm. It looks so good though, doesn't it?
It does, yeah, it does. Yeah. Did you see when he had like a bunch of them lined up all in different colours and they look like Skittles?
I did not know. But he's done a pink one, he's done a red one, he's done a green one. He's obviously got the black one, and now he's got the white one as well. This is
awkward bugger off.
Indeed. I just want to pet it because I want a dog. But yeah.
So
Antares.
we just thought we'd mention this to say well done to Stu. 100 units of a single pedal. He's sold a lot more than 100 units overall because he's got lots of different pedals. But of one unit, this is the first of his pedals to reach 100 units.
Yeah, and it's the newest one as well, isn't it? So
no, it's hot coals.
Of course, yeah. But that's barely even been out there.
That's been out a couple of months now.
I suppose. Yeah, I've got one literally sat here.
You've got one, and you forgot about it.
Oh, this one. Ta-da!
I want to see one that you've painted.
Yeah, it will be a derpy Tengu face, is what I'll do.
Okay, so that was a quick shout out to Stu, and then possibly the biggest news this week. It's not really, is it? I suppose it really mixes up with the night sky. The night sky and this were the biggest news this week, but for me, the only one that I'll be getting probably is going to be the Eventide, because I think that really ticks the boxes for me.
Yeah. So this bit of news is quite exciting, isn't it? So people rave about the OC2 as being like the Mac Daddy of octave pedals, and they go the OC3 not as good.
Nowhere near.
Yeah, and they've responded to that with forget about 4. 4, no. We're going to skip that one and go straight to 5.
Do you know why?
Because you can have 5 octaves at once.
No. Apparently, so I've been told, the 4 is an unlucky number in Japan.
Oh, there you go.
So you don't find many 4th floors and stuff like that in buildings and so on and so forth. They do have a 4th floor, obviously, just don't call it a 4th floor.
Call it like floor 3. 3 and a bit.
Yeah. I wonder if they leave them empty. They probably don't they? It would be a hell of a waste. So
possibly.
Yeah, so there's a certain number. I think 7's really lucky in Japan as well, isn't it?
7 is like a generically lucky number, isn't it? It's lucky number 7. In China, it's 8, but I don't know about Japan.
Yeah, okay. I remember that from Final Fantasy VII, because when you had if your hit point counter got to 7777, your character would go mental, and every hit he did got 7777.
There you go.
Yeah, that's
and
just a quirk.
Everyone knows that Final Fantasy VII was the luckiest of all the Final Fantasies.
Well, yeah, it's the biggest. It's the only one to have a remake.
Apart from like all of the original ones that were re-released on the PS1.
Yeah,
and then on the
release, but they weren't remade, were
they? Possibly. Like remastered, sorry.
Because Final Fantasy VII's been re-released a bunch of times. I've got it on my phone. Honestly, right. I've got it on my phone. No joke.
Rather than talking about Final Fantasy, let's get back on with the actual bloody news, because we've literally got this ominous floating octave pedal in the middle of us, and we're talking about video games from about 20 years ago.
Yeah, I've started playing The Witcher again. Anyway, right, okay. Let's have a look. So we've got the Octave OC5. Yeah, so obviously everyone was kind of like, hang on a minute, what about the Wazza, OC2 Wazza? If they did the OC2 Wazza, they couldn't have put the extra features on because they're digital. The Wazza pedals are all analog pedals, so they would have it wouldn't have had the extra features that they wanted to. And I'm sure this is a discussion Boss would have had quite a lot within their own ranks. And I did ask, obviously it was my first question to our contacts over at Boss. And this was what they said to us, it's a digital pedal, so we can't call it a Wazza, but also, if we did a Wazza version of the OC2, it would probably be twice the price of this. So I think this is about £120, something along those lines.
That's not bad, is it? It's really not bad.
The vintage mode on it, Joe, our friend Joe Branton over at Guitar Nerds, did an A/B video with the OC2.
Okay.
Just bang on.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, I was talking to Matty about it as well, and he said, look, the vintage mode is OC2. There's no two ways about it. It is an OC2.
There's no OC2 ways about it.
So yeah, it's as near as damn it. I want an OC2. I've been thinking about getting one for a while. So this would be quite nice if
just get one of these instead. This is like 3 better.
Yeah, I'll have to pest the Boss until I get get rid of bloody Octaver. I've been working on this with Tonepedia. I wasn't allowed to know about it because I couldn't. I hadn't signed the NDA for it. So I knew something was in the works, but no one would tell me what it was. It was really annoying. Until very recently, and then I was just like, obviously I had the ability to go and try the pedal via the Tonepedia player before anyone else, and I was just like, I spent quite a lot of time playing with it. It's really nice. So on the vintage mode, we spoke about that. On the vintage mode, you've got everything you had on the OC2. It sounds just like an OC2, except for one thing. It has a 1+ octave up. So you've got your 2 octaves down, but you've got an octave up on it as well.
Did the OC2 not have that?
No, just 2 down. Then you've got poly mode. So on the poly mode, when you switch it over to poly mode, you lose your second low octave.
Yeah, and it says range. So I'm assuming that's. Of course, it is because the poly's got a little box around it, and the range has got a little box around it. Boss, you know what you are doing.
That's it. The OC3 was similar, but a lot more complicated. It had the fourth knob did lots of different things, and on here it just does 2 different things. You also had drive. You had like a fuzz on the OC3 as well. It's like, what are you doing? You can put an octaver on a fuzz pedal, but you can't put a fuzz pedal on an octaver.
Apparently you can.
Yeah. Anyway, so there was a really cool feature on the OC3, which I really liked. What it would do is you could dial in where the octave effect started on your guitar.
Yes.
Yeah, so if you wanted it because if you turn it all the way up, it'll be completely polyphonic. You play a G chord and everything will ring out to the up and down octaves that you've dialed in.
Oh, that sounds horrible, I bet.
Tell you what, mate, tracking is bang on this. I've never heard tracking as good. Never, ever, ever have I heard tracking as good as on this. It's amazing. Anyway,
you just sounded like Donald Trump then. The best tracking.
Canada has taken our milk. China has taken our milk.
Lee's not going mental there. It was something he shared on Facebook just earlier, but that's what reminded me of the fact that is the exact way that Donald Trump addresses people, isn't it? This is the best octaves around.
We could go the other route, can we? Marks and Spencers don't make octaves, but if they did, it'd be just like this.
Yeah, you're doing Carlsberg there.
Yes, I am, aren't I?
Yeah.
I was just thinking about playing Albatross as well, and that wouldn't have fitted.
Who's
anyway, right? Okay, so yeah, what have we got? If you dial it in about halfway or less, what you're going to do is, let's say on strings, you're only going to have the octave effect on the two lower strings, so on the low E and the low A, or whatever you've tuned it into. Rabir did a video on this, and it worked really, really well on down-tuned guitars. He had a drop C guitar, like I've got over here, and that will work really, really nicely.
It weren't in tune at all.
No, probably not. I fucking think
sounded like the opening chord to Hard Day's Night.
Yeah. Funny you should say that. I was messing around with that the other day. So this is gonna be one of the best octavers on the market. The OC3 just wasn't up to. Didn't cut the mustard.
But the 2 was where it's at.
Yeah, the two was, what everyone wants. I don't know what went wrong with some of them. Some of those 3 series Boss pedals. It's just like they didn't kind of live up to the originals. But they've obviously pulled it out of the bag over the last few years, and they're just amazing again now. Yeah,
I mean they do seem to be on top of their game, don't they?
Yeah, absolutely. When people saw OC5, they were like, "Oh, it doesn't have Wazza on it, not interested." But I can assure you, this is blinding. It's absolutely blinding. So yeah, get in there and try it. And it costs next to nothing. Consider it an OC2 Wazza, because basically that's what it is. It's just not analog.
Yeah. Because it's got the poly modes. That sounds like a good place to wrap it up for this week, doesn't it? We're at the hour mark. So. Good one. And this sounds like a good place for you to take off that OC5 picture and start a scrolling series of text. Click, click,
don't know what you're talking about.
Click. It's coming on. Here we go. Hey, these are our Patreon backers. These are the people. Oh, you've stopped it? Damn you. So our Patreon backers, as little as $2 a month, you go to patreon.com/frettalk, and you can be one of these people. And the little scrolling mark here has gone already. I can't name you again. Here we go. He's done it again, I'm pretty sure. Right. Let's see if we're ready. Right. Adam Yeomans of Chef Tone Effects. Andrew Bimson. Doug Christ of 37 Effects, Joseph Richardson of Abstraction Band, Hugh G. Rection of My Pants, Ben Fletcher of Fletcher Pickups, and Brian Gower of the Tone Jerks podcast. Woo, yeah! I think that might have broken Lee.
You got me there. Hugh Direction of My Pants.
So yeah, great. If you want to find me online, who wouldn't, with how crazy I've been tonight. It is facebook.com, instagram.com, youtube.com /FretTalk/BudgetPedalChap. And YouTube is the home of the No Talk All Tone series and the Pickpocket series as of tomorrow or last Monday, depending on if you're listening to it as a cast. We've got some stuff coming out for Pedal Boards of Doom as well, haven't we, Lee? Haven't we? Possibly a really cool video coming out. So,
and we also do the news every week as well, don't we?
We do, yeah. Oh, this week's news, it absolutely blew up, didn't it?
Yeah, it's doing well. And basically, you've just had a very elaborate version of it.
That's it.
Here right now.
Yeah. So it's
what a week. What a week it's been for gear, man.
It's been an absolute drought, and then everything happens within a week, like a monsoon. Monsoon of news.
Shit ton of stuff we've missed.
Oh, no days. Yeah, I mean the Bellapock, not the Bellapock. Is it the Epoch? Catlin Breads, the EP, the preamp.
Yeah, let's give that a shout out next time, because that was quite cool. I was talking to the guys over at Catlin Bread, and They were telling me a bit more about it, so we might have a little bit more information on it since we did the news.
Woot woot.
Yeah, man. It's very cool. Can I say to people, look, if you do fancy the OC5 and you want to try it out, you can go and try it out over on Timepedia. I'll show you a quick picture of the player.
Yeah, I think I might be doing that after this cast's over.
Yeah, there's a bass player on there as well. So if you go into the bass world, you can try it out on the bass if you want to. But on here, you can try it on guitar and acoustic and hear how it works.
Okay.
One of the really cool things, and I said this in the news video, and I'll say it again here, was what you can see on there is down the bottom. If you click, you can see the different playing styles. If you go down to Walking Jazz, you get the option to try out the range demo. So the range feature
Mode,
of the pedal, so you can hear how it. You've got like a dun 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 ching ching, like that.
Yeah.
And as you turn the range up, the ching ching starts to become octaved, and as you turn it down, it doesn't, and only the lower notes are octaved. So
cool.
Very, very, very good. Yeah, nice.
I like it. Yeah. I'm definitely gonna be trying that out because I am octave curious.
I'm a big advocate of Timepedia, not just because I work with the guys, but
because they pay me to.
I work with them because I'm a big advocate of them.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
Yeah, I fell in love with that as soon as it was the Metal Zone Wazza that we spoke about earlier. That's what made me fall in love with it. I was just like, this is how I want every pedal to be presented to me, so I can play with it.
I mean, it's absolutely ideal at a time like now where like going to guitar shops is a hassle. So it's just like and it's cool.
You want to touch another bit of gear that someone else has had their hands over at the moment?
It depends. It really does depend. But like, it's easier to not go to a guitar shop than it is to kind of try and justify it at the moment. And there are people who live in really remote locations that can't get to a guitar shop or can only get to one in very, very specific circumstances.
Yeah.
So it's ideal.
I didn't mean for this to become a sales pitch for Timepedia. I do apologise. I just wanted to, stay. I don't want people thinking, he's being a corporate guy and all these sort of things. I fucking love it. I think it's amazing.
Yeah.
I really do. Legitimately.
Although you have derailed the end of my podcast. So
apologies, mate. That's generally what I do, isn't it?
It is. It is your go-to move. Right, let's wrap it up then. So, from myself, Mr. Budget Pedal Chap. That's me. Way. From Mr. Lee Padabadabadoo. That's Lee. Say bye, Lee.
Bye-bye.
It will be a tatty bye and good night for this week. Good night, Orbit.
See you later. Bye.
Bye.
Working in a mirror factory is something I can totally see myself doing.
Oh, fuck. You know what? I'm happy with that. I'm happy with it. Right, let's stop the recording.
Go for it.